Hi, my name's Simon Cox. I'm the designer behind DelphiXPG, the interactive cross-reference for Object-Pascal. In this video, I want to give you an overview of DelphiXPG and show you how to navigate the cross-reference. This video follows on from the video How to Create a DelphiXPG Project. We start with the units list. This contains a list of all the units that were passed as part of the project. Clicking on one of these items will open that unit. Units are divided into three types. Project units, which are listed in the project's DPR file, implicit units, which are found on the project search path, and framework units, which are either VCL or FMX. By the units list is the units filter. This allows you to filter the units by their type. For example, if I select implicit units, then it shows that only 2 implicit units were included in this project. You'll have noticed there was a third unit there called fundamental. This is a special unit and we'll be coming back to this later. Now let's look at the cross-reference for a particular unit. The panel on the left-hand side lists the objects defined in this unit. They're grouped by type. Let's look at the constants. When you click on an item, it jumps to its declaration within the unit. The number beside the identifier is the number of references to this item. These are listed in the drop-down list above, and you can navigate to them by clicking on an item. The question mark by the cross-reference item indicates that this reference is contained within the conditional expression of an if statement. Let's now look at the cross-reference for a variable. The cross-reference for a variable also shows where a value is being assigned to it. Also, if the variable has a property associated with it, you can see access to the variable through the property. These are highlighted in the XREF. We'll now turn our attention to methods. The cross-reference for a method shows its declaration, its implementation, and references to where it's called. A method also holds cross-references to items it holds, for example, parameters. Submethods. Variables, and uses. In this last item, it shows you the uses within the unit that they are declared. For example, this method uses system UI types, horizontal and vertical. We now go back to the special unit fundamental. This holds all the fundamental types and their cross-references. If we go back to our method uses, we can see that the uses are only within the method itself. But for this unit under fundamental, if we can find it, this shows you all the uses across that unit. If you wanted to see what this unit uses from other units, we could go down to the uses area and look at items there. This shows the unit and the items that are being referenced. If we wish to see which units reference this unit, we would go to the external refs item. Here we can just see that the FMX layouts unit uses this unit. Navigation through a cross-reference is not only performed through the object tree and XREF lists, it can also be done through the source area. For example, if we wish to see where mouse down was defined, we could right-click mouse down and go to declaration. This will take us to the declaration. Or if we wanted to go to the implementation, we right-click and click Go to Implementation. If we wanted to look at an item's cross-reference without moving away from the current location, we can right-click the item and do a Find Context. This pulls up a dialog with the XREF list for this item, and we can navigate through to each of its references. We'll note that the data type for this item is a T-scroll calculations. If we want to see the item's data type context XREF list, we can right click and do a Find Data Type Context, and this takes us through to the T-scroll calculations item, and we can navigate through all of its references. We'll now look at include files and conditional compilation. Here we can see that the POSIX errno unit includes two other units, errnotypes.inc and errnoAPI.inc. You can see the items defined by the include files in the tree. We can also look at the conditionals within a unit. We can see which items have been defined and where they have been tested. We can also see which lines have been excluded from the compilation and where things have been defined and undefined. This concludes our brief overview of DelphiXPG, the interactive cross-reference. You may wish to view our other video, How to Create a DelphiXPG Project.